My name is Liam, and I'm 35 years old. For the past 5 years, I've called a prison cell my home. They took away my freedom, my career, my entire life. But the most painful memory isn't the cold steel bars or the silence of my cell. It's the memory of a promise I made to a friend. A promise I kept, and a promise he broke. My loyalty was the one thing that sent me to jail for life, all because I protected the wrong friend. If you're watching this, drop a comment below and let me know where you're from. And if you have ever been betrayed by someone you trusted, please like and subscribe. You won't want to miss what happens next. My best friend's name was Ethan. We met in college, and we were inseparable. He was the charming, outgoing one with a quick wit and a lot of ambition. I was the quiet, reliable one. We were an unlikely pair, but we were a perfect match. We had a small business together, a small marketing firm that we started in my apartment. We worked for years, we shared a dream, and we shared a name. Ethan was the one who had the ideas, and I was the one who made them a reality. He was the face of the company, and I was the one behind the scenes, doing the real work. Our business was a major success, and our lives were changing. But as our company grew, so did a darkness in my friend. He became more distant, more quiet. He would stop talking about our success and start talking about my success. He would always say, "I'm the one with the ideas, Liam. You're just the one who works hard." I didn't see the signs. I didn't see that his jealousy was growing. I didn't see that his greed was eating him alive. We were at a party one night, celebrating a new contract we had just signed. Everyone was there, all our friends, our colleagues, even my family. My parents were so proud of us. They were all talking about our success. My brother, Aaron, was also there, and he was happy for us. But Ethan was different. He was drinking, and he was being very quiet. I walked up to him and asked him what was wrong. "Ethan," I said, "what's going on? You're not having fun." "I'm fine," he said, with a smirk on his face. "I'm just tired of sharing. I'm tired of being your friend. I want everything for myself." His words hit me like a ton of bricks. I couldn't believe it. I was in complete shock. I was about to say something, but he just walked away. He had said what he had to say. A few days later, Mark called me in a panic. He was at a party and he had a lot to drink. He got into a car accident and he hit a man. The man was in a hospital, and Mark was scared. "Liam," he said, "I don't know what to do. I'm going to go to jail. I'm going to lose everything." I was so scared for him, but I knew what I had to do. "Mark," I said, "I'll take the blame for you. I'll tell them it was my car. I'll tell them it was me. I'll do anything for you." Mark was so relieved. He told me that he would get me a good lawyer, that he would make sure I didn't get a jail sentence. I was so happy to help him. I was so happy to be a part of his life. But I was wrong. The next day, I went to the police and told them that it was my car. I told them that it was me. I was arrested and put in jail. Mark came to see me, and he had a sad look on his face. "Liam," he said, "I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. My lawyer said that you're going to get a life sentence." My heart sank. "What?" I said. "But you said you would get me a good lawyer." "I did," he said. "But the evidence is against you. They have a video of you in the car. You're going to jail, Liam." I was in complete shock. I couldn't believe it. I was in jail for a crime I didn't commit, and my best friend was going to let me go to jail for him. Every night in jail was a cold, lonely night. This was a world I never knew existed. My brother had abandoned me, and the pain of his betrayal was a constant companion. But in the darkness, a small light of hope was about to shine, and it was about to change my life forever. The first few months in prison were a blur of despair. Every face I saw was a reminder of my betrayal. My mother, Mrs. Davis, and my brother, Ethan, came to see me. My mother's eyes were filled with tears, but Ethan's face was a mask of cold indifference. He never once said he believed me. Instead, he just said, "Just be patient, brother. What's meant to be will be." His words were like poison to my soul. I felt that he was a stranger now. My father, Mr. Douglas, didn't even visit me. He refused to even talk to me on the phone. I was completely alone. One day, I was in the prison library, trying to make sense of my life. I met an older inmate, Professor Harrison, who had once been a famous law professor. He listened to my story, to every word I said. His eyes held a depth that could understand a person's pain. Professor Harrison told me, "Son, this prison isn't just a place. It's a place where you find your strength. To defeat your enemy, you don't just need anger, you need intelligence." His words gave me a new sense of purpose. Under Professor Harrison's guidance, I began to re-examine my relationship with Ethan. Ethan was careless about many things, but not one, his personal computer. He always said, "Liam, this is the secret to my life. It has everything that I have ever wanted to hide." He always kept that laptop in a special place, a dusty old wooden trunk in our childhood room. I was sure that the proof of his crime was in that laptop. Professor Harrison gave me the name of the best lawyer in Denver, Mr. Williams, who had once been his student. I wrote a long letter to him, telling him my entire story, Ethan's carelessness, and the details of that laptop. It was a difficult task, contacting a lawyer from prison. But Professor Harrison helped me, and the letter was delivered to Mr. Williams. A few weeks later, Mr. Williams came to see me in jail. He was an honest and kind man. He listened to my story carefully. When I told him about Ethan's laptop and the dusty old trunk, a glimmer of hope appeared in his eyes. He said, "Liam, your story has merit. I will help you." Mr. Williams got a court order from a judge. The order allowed him to seize that old wooden trunk and the laptop hidden inside. It was a huge risk, but it was our only hope. Mr. Williams, with the help of a computer expert, found the secret folder on Ethan's laptop. It was filled with emails, text messages, and a video. The video was a recording of Ethan talking to a business partner. In the video, Ethan confessed to framing me for the crime, and he talked about how he had stolen the money. The evidence was undeniable. Mr. Williams came back to see me in jail. His eyes were filled with triumph. "Liam," he said, "you are innocent. Your friend Ethan is about to get what he deserves." My eyes filled with tears. They were tears of joy, tears of pain, and tears of revenge. What will happen when I present the evidence to the judge? Will my family stand by me? My lawyer's words echoed in my cell. "Liam, you are innocent. Ethan is about to get what he deserves." I didn't feel joy. I felt a deep sadness for the brother I had lost, but also a fierce pride in the person I was becoming. They had tried to erase me, but they had only made me stronger. This is the story of how my revenge didn't just set me free, but it also exposed the truth my family had buried. The day of my new trial was a day of reckoning. I was no longer the broken man who had been sentenced to life. I walked into the courtroom, my head held high, a man with a purpose. My brother, Ethan, was there with his lawyer. He looked confident, arrogant even. He believed that the evidence my lawyer had was a lie. He didn't know that his perfect crime was about to be his downfall. My lawyer, Mr. Williams, a kind and brilliant man, began his case. He showed the court the video we had found in my brother's secret folder. It was a video of Ethan talking to a business partner. In the video, Ethan confessed to framing me for the crime, and he talked about how he had stolen the money. The evidence was undeniable. The courtroom was in complete shock. My brother's face went pale. His lawyer was speechless. The judge looked at my brother. "Mr. Ethan, do you have anything to say?" My brother, who had always been so confident, was now a small, crying boy. "It's a lie," he said. "It's all a lie." But it wasn't. The evidence was right there. The judge looked at me. "Mr. Liam," he said, "you have been proven innocent. You are a free man." My eyes filled with tears, but they weren't tears of sadness. They were tears of relief. I had won. But my revenge was not about money, it was about justice. I was released from prison, a free man. My brother was arrested and sent to jail for a long time. I had gotten justice for myself, and I had gotten my revenge. But I had lost everything. My career, my family, my future. But in the end, I had my name back. I had my honor back. I had my life back. I started a new life, a new business. I used my experience to help others who had been wrongfully convicted. I found a new purpose, a new family, and a new life. My brother had wanted everything for himself, but in the end, he had lost everything. My family had been my strength, but they had also been my weakness. And I had finally found my vindication, not just in my business, but in my life. So, that's my story. It's a reminder that true loyalty is not just about blood. It's about a friend who will never leave you, even when everyone else does. Have you ever had to choose between your blood family and your chosen family? What did you learn? Share your stories in the comments below. And if this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to hear more real-life lessons. Thank you for listening.